place to go. Let it snow, let it snow.
Hey everyone, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new, and so you can subscribe. The button is always down below. Post video, lifestyle, panning, and more. And welcome to Vlogmas Day 15. So for today's video, I am super excited. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my mom chooses my makeup. So last night I had my mom pick my makeup out that I'm going to be using today for me. A little bit of a box. I have a full-ish box of stuff I will be using on my face today. She chose my makeup, which honestly would have been funny to record. Just her reactions picking out my makeup for today was just great, and it's definitely going to be an interesting one, and I'm really excited about it. So barefaced right now because I didn't want to give it away, but I'm super excited, so let's just get right into it. So for primer, she chose the Tacha the Silk Canvas Primer. I do really like this primer. I got it in the first Ipsy glam bag I subscribed to, which was the one in August, and I do really like this. She was just like, my mom picking this out, she was kind of like, Tacha's a primer? I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah, go with that. And I'm like, okay, will do. A lot of people use this for like pores, but I actually like this over like imperfections because I feel like it just smooths out the whole face in general. And I don't like have like a huge pore issue. I just like how smoothing this primer is, and especially over like imperfections. I just think it does a good job of smoothing it out and just creating a good base for makeup to lay on. So I love just putting this over the full face, just taking a little bit and smoothing it on. Yeah, I already feel like my face just looks a little bit smooth, so that was a good pick, Mom. I know my mom is eventually gonna watch this video, so yeah, it's gonna be me like being like, good job, Mom, good job, good job. And I'll let that sink in for a minute, but I'll tell you what foundation she picked. So for foundation, she picked the Bareminerals Original Liquid Mineral Foundation, which I got in Influencer a year ago and stuff. I really like the packaging because it's like a twist for the pump, which I really like. I haven't used this foundation in a long time. I know in my planning to pan video for 2022, I did say I might pan this because I haven't used this in such a long time. And I don't know, I just might. And so I haven't used this in so long, so I don't remember what I originally thought about this. So I'm excited to actually use this. I'm gonna go wet a sponge. I don't remember if it goes good with a sponge or a brush, but I'm gonna go do that and then I'll be right back. And yeah, like I said, I don't remember if like it like applies good with a sponge or what the dealio is. So I'm just gonna do like 2-ish pumps on my sponge. And then I'm just gonna distribute this. I also don't remember how we feel about the shade. Most of my foundations are either slightly too light for me, or like perfect match, or like slightly dark. Haven't used this in a bit, so I wouldn't know. Looking decent. It is looking a little bit more warmer for my skin tone. I don't know. It's like very yellow. It's a very, yeah, it does look kind of yellow, but it's actually applying better than I thought it would with a sponge. Bareminerals always, I don't know, like their foundations never apply great this way. I might honestly go in with a brush after because I'm not like getting the best. Like it's kind of soaking up a lot of product. I kind of figured my mom would pick this foundation just because she is like a Bareminerals fan. Like my mom, I feel like, was like the one who was the first Bareminerals fans. Like she claims that title, in my opinion. Like she really does. I feel like a lot of people, like a lot of our moms, were Bareminerals fans. I don't know, I feel like a lot, that's very common. I'm gonna go in slightly with a brush. This one is like shedding a little bit, so that's a fun time. But I'm just gonna go in with a brush just on the areas where I want a little bit with more coverage. I definitely think most Bareminerals foundations blend better with a brush for sure. It's just how I feel about it and what I think. I don't know, I just don't have, it's just how I feel about all that. Then for concealer, she picked out the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. Basically the Shape Tape Ultra Creamy in the shade Fair Neutral, and then the Bareminerals foundation was in the shade Golden Fair. And stuff. She was like, definitely use that new Tarte concealer, your new Tarte concealer. And I was like, heck yeah. I love the creamy Shape Tape. Obviously way better than the original Shape Tape. Like the original Shape Tape is fine, but I just found that for my skin, I just like a more hydrating concealer. It's just my personal preference and stuff, and I love just putting it on like that and stuff. It's just so good, and I love this shade too. Like, I think it works super well, and it highlights the face just like naturally, which I love. I always put concealer on like this, and yeah, it kind of looks like I put on a lot, but for me it works. And I find if I didn't, I would have to go in with more. And yeah, I just love this combo. And then I always go over my whole face with my sponge just to make everything blend. Loving the face so far, even with that foundation. Love it. So for powder, she picked the Huda Beauty one, which actually I just got in the November Ipsy Glam Bag X and stuff, and this one's in Sugar Cookie. So there's the powder. It's just like a translucent powder. I don't set my full face with powder, especially like this time around or this time of year. I just set my eyes, under my eyes, and then around my nose and like my mouth area, but I kind of leave this part of my face alone. And then my mom had been like looking through my drawers, and she's like, what's this? And I'm like, it's eye primer from Rare Beauty. She's like, okay, you're gonna need that. And I'm like, okay. Which I always use this, so I wasn't necessarily, I was gonna use this even if she didn't tell me I needed it. But this is my favorite eye primer because it has like the doe foot. It also is like a color, so it, like, if you don't use concealer, it gives like a just cream like base to the lids, which I like, and I love this eye primer. And then she wanted me to use one of her palettes, so she picked out the Stone Cold box from Colourpop for me. And I've actually never used this palette before, so this will be a little, I guess, first impressions and stuff. This is what it looks like. The colors are really like neutral and pretty and stuff. I don't really know what I want to do yet. I'm seeing like a lot of like rose gold shades, bronzes, golds. I really don't know. I might have to swatch some of these, but what I do know is I wanted to set my lid. So I'm going to take this color, which I believe is called Luxe, and I'm just going to set my lid with this. It doesn't have a mirror, which don't like that. It's just like when I film videos, I don't sit like super up close to a mirror, so it's just like I need a mirror. Luckily, the Michaela Glam Light palette has a good mirror. Oh, that had like a little bit of shimmer on it. Okay, I see how it is. I thought that was completely matte. It's like a cream. Oh, I thought that was matte. It's not completely matte. It's like a cream with like slight bits of shimmer on the eyes. We love that, which we don't love that. I wanted it to be like, oh, whatever. And then I don't know what I want to do. Like, I don't know. There's so many good, like, I'm going to start out with a shade Trip, and then I think I'm going to go with Enigma for my crease. So yeah, I'm taking Trip and I'm putting it very messily in my crease. I'm just trying to undo also like the shimmer that I Also under the shimmer, I just put in my lid. And then, like I said, I'm going to take Enigma, which is like a slight deeper brown. These mattes are interesting. I don't know how to describe them. They're just interesting. I don't know. They're not like, they're pigmented, but that one I just don't feel like doing much. So that's interesting. That's fun. Personally, I feel like a lot of these colors, like the mattes, I feel like they look like the same shades. Like that, I don't know. I'm gonna take this shade, I guess, Quarry Days, and I'm going to put that on. I'm just not getting the vibe I wanted from these. I don't really know. I'm gonna take Trip and Stranger and kind of mix those. I guess like they're cool tones, which I knew this is a cool toned palette, but like, I don't know. I'm just not loving these. For my lid shade, I'm gonna go ahead and take this color, which is called Mystery. It looks like a purpley color, but it's been like, I swatched it and it looks more like pinky rose gold. So I'm excited. I'm hoping the shimmers impress me a little bit more though. So let's see. Oh yes, it's honestly on the lid, it's looking a lot more purple, which I like, but it's not like super intense. It's almost like a gray toned, like soft, pale gray purple. That's what I'm getting from it at least. I don't know, I'm not like super sold on that. I'm not like super impressed with this. This shade looks really good, but I'm also like not sold on this palette, if that makes sense. And she had been wanting me to use the shade Truffle, so I'm gonna like use that to do some blending. I know I have like a lot of fallout on my face. It probably would have been wise to go in if I should less, but these colors are more faint, so I'll be able to blend that away a lot easier than if it was a more dramatic palette. I just don't love doing the face last. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't know. I love how the eyes turned out, but it was definitely a complicated process. And then I kind of want to take like a shade to do the inner corner and then also do the brows. So what shade do I want to take? Maybe Dreamful. It looks like a matte white with a little bit of shimmer, which Colourpop putting like a little bit of shimmer in their mattes kind of, I don't know how I feel about it. There's like not a great like matte white in here, so like white shimmer. So I just took a little bit of the rose gold with the white to highlight my brows, but which I don't really want to highlight them because they need to be cleaned up. But we're just rolling with it. Now I want to take So Fine, which is that rose gold in the corner, and see that on my lids with the Mystery shade. The shade called Mystery, I should say. That could get confusing real quick. Oh, that's pretty. I think the eyes turned out pretty in the end, but I'm not like sold on this palette yet. I'll definitely have to borrow this palette some more because I'm not sold on it. I honestly didn't love it compared to other Colourpop palettes I've tried, because I've tried quite a few. So now I'm gonna go into brows, and my mom picked the Anastasia Beverly Hills this little brow thing. I get this in an Ipsy, and honestly I don't love this. It's like one of those other products I'm not really a fan of. You have to be very careful of this, and I can't even imagine owning the full size of this, because this, I feel like it definitely gives you those bold looking brows, which is nice and I like it, but I feel like it can get crazy real quick. And with a look like this, I feel like it's gonna really, like, my brows look so bad right now. Like, look at the comparison, look at the eyes, because the eyes are done up and my brows are not. So I just have to like literally wipe off product, and then I have to just build this up little by little. And I don't know, I like other brow products better than this one. That's pretty much just my preference though. But like I said, this is just not my favorite, but I was like, of course she would pick that. Basically, my mom just picked all the like higher end things I have. So for highlight, my mom picked the Mesmerize liquid highlight from Rare Beauty, which I love. I have another shade I actually like a little bit better than this one, but I love this shade as well. So I usually just apply this on the high points, which is technically what you're supposed to do. And then when I have like acne right there, I kind of just try to go around it so I'm not highlighting it. It's like the worst spot. But I do love this highlight. I have this other shade that I actually like a little bit better though, like I said. But this shade is really pretty, and I think it'll really go with this look since I went for like sort of a rose gold look. Sort of, not really, but really I did. And even with that acne there, we looking glowy. And sometimes I like put a little bit more to give a little bit more of a glow. We love that. And then she also picked the Rare Beauty blush. I haven't used this in a while. This is in Bliss and stuff. And this one is one of their more natural ones. So I will kind of just apply more than a few dots. I'll kind of go like that. I haven't used this in a bit, but I love cream blushes. It's something I've kind of fallen in love with this year, and I typically will take my sponge to blend it. I just think it gives the most natural look, and look how like naturally flushed I look. And then you can also like just put a little bit more on if you want it to be a little bit more. This time I am gonna just do a little dot just because I don't need that much more. Just a little bit more to, I guess, give more of a flush. But I love this, and it's not really surprising that my mom would pick like the Rare Beauty highlight and then also the blush. I feel like she's a very like, she pairs brands together like, and so I was like, of course you gotta have the matching. Like she's like, she picked out the highlight first, and then she's like, do you have one of her blushes? And I'm like, oh yeah, I have a few. And then I'm really excited to do my lips because I just got these for the Sephora sale. I'm going to have a black, I promise I'm going to have like a Black Friday-ish sale, haul sale video coming up. I'm just waiting for one item. I'm just waiting for my last like package to come back in, and I'm hoping to get that up probably on Friday. I'm hoping it will come in tomorrow and I can film it either, I'm thinking more so on Thursday, but that's a side note. So for lips, my mom actually was like, why don't you use these? Like they're new to you, might as well. Kind of, I guess. So the first is this Tacha Denona lipstick that I got during the sale, and this is the I Need Nude in Yana, which is this color, which when I got it, I was like, okay, that looks a lot darker in person, but it is like a perfect nude, and it definitely looks a lot darker in the tube, but it is like a perfect nude, and I think it goes pretty well. I think it looks pretty well with this look. Like I think it goes well. And then I also got a gloss, which had been on my loves list. If you watched my loves list video that I did a couple months ago, it's been on my loves list for a bit. And this is the Patrick Ta lip gloss, and she's an influencer, which I think is gorgeous. It's like it's one of those like glittery glosses, and I think it looks so good over this. And it looks good like those together. Like it gives that shimmer, but it's also like super, I don't know, it feels hydrating. Okay, lastly is mascara, and my mom picked out the Huda Beauty this mascara they also got in the November Glam Big X, and this is the Legit Lashes mascara. So it comes with the curl and length and also the volume, and they kind of recommend that you do the volume first and then the curl and length. I've done it both ways. Like I've done the lengthening first and then the volume, but to each is their own. But she's like, this one looks nice, and I'm like, it is. Like I really do like this mascara. Like I think it's a really good mascara, and I like the concept that you get kind of both, because normally I would use two different mascaras to get almost like this kind of look, but it's definitely like a good kind of pair to have. I'm gonna do the lengthening first on this side just for the hell of it, and then the volume. See, I don't love that as much, but now I feel like I have to brush through my lashes because they be looking a little cray-cray. And yes, these are the products that my mom picked out. So this is how the face turned out. I actually love everything that she picked out, and I actually love the finished look and stuff. I think it looks really, really pretty, and honestly, I might like record me, but kind of get her vocal reaction on how the look turned out. And if I do that, I will insert that right now. Okay, you can open. Pretty. I like it. It's natural. The eyes are more natural than what you usually do. Let me see, close your eyes so I can see. Oh, I like it. It's pretty. Good job. But yeah, I absolutely love how everything turned out and stuff. Like I really love how the look turned out, especially the blush. I haven't used that in so long, mainly because I've just been panning a few blushes, so I'm trying to focus more on those, but I definitely need to use this one more. And I love the combo with the highlight. I love the lip color, which is, this is new, so it's fun getting that and being obsessed. The brows look good today, but that's not my favorite brow gel like I mentioned. And then the eyes, it was a complicated journey, but I definitely think I'll try the shimmers more. I wasn't a fan of the mattes in the palette. I found them to be just not as pigmented and almost like drier, if that makes sense. Like I just wasn't as big of a fan. The complexion I actually love, so I'm definitely going to be using a lot of these products more and stuff like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for my mom for picking out my makeup. Let me know down below. I've thought about doing this video. I've talked to my mom about it, but comment down below if you think my mom should do my makeup for a video. I think that'd be really fun and my mom is always like, this is just funny and kind of cute. My mom's just like waiting for her debut on my channel and stuff. She's always like, when's my debut? And I'm like, one of these days. So maybe that'll be coming. Let me know down below if I should do that, because I think it'd be really fun and I feel like it could be a fun video. But yeah, I love this, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and comment down below what you'd like to see next in Vlogmas and stuff. We have like literally like another week of Vlogmas and then it's done. That's very weird and crazy to me. I don't even want to think about it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any other Vlogmas videos. Bye.